GhostRunners Platinum is known for being super short and hard.
Hey yo, what the?
You wanna know what isn't hard? Hitting that subscribe button.
Okay, seriously, but before we start off the game, I should probably mention GhostRunners is 6 out of 10 difficulty and has a total of 34 trophies. Anyway, starting off the game, I ended up getting thrown into a tutorial. And I'm not gonna lie, I ended up dying countless times in this tutorial.
And then it ended up hitting me how difficult this game's gonna actually be.
But because I'm stubborn, I ended up playing this tutorial until I did it without dying. And once I did that, it actually gave me a trophy for it.
R is for running. Complete a level without dying. Wait, I'm actually the best.
Okay, going into the next level, we ended up learning how to use the grappler. Besides learning the grappler, nothing really happened on this level.
I also passed a really stupid trophy here, but we'll get to that later.
At the start of the next level, I ended up entering a hologram. The reason we go through these holograms is because the character is a machine, and they help him unlock new abilities later on. For example, in this hologram, we ended up unlocking the skill tree. Going to the next level, nothing really happened again, but I found a new mechanic that makes the enemies have shields. So before killing the actual enemies, you had to break this little beacon ball thingy. Shortly after that, we ended up going into our next hologram, and this one was actually important. It ended up giving me a super simple puzzle that wasn't that bad. Once I completed the puzzle, I ended up leaving the room, and it gave me a new ability. The only thing this ability really does is if I have 3 enemies lined up, I can hit all of them at once.
I'm gonna be honest, for the 9 hours that I played, this didn't happen once without me making it happen for a trophy.
What I'm saying is this ability is pointless. But one good thing is, shortly after this, I ended up getting my next trophy. Oh, long runner. Run 42 kilometers. Dang. And then shortly after that, I ended up getting hit with a level that I died on at least 20 times.
Oh my god.
And then once I beat it, I just ended up realizing I was being an idiot. This is completely irrelevant, but let me know in the comments if there's ever a puzzle you had to look up the answer to. And then once you saw how to do it, you realized how easy it was. Now would be a good time to mention this game has 3 different collectible types: story, sword, and audio. Anyways, going into the next level, we ended up unlocking this new ability that ends up slowing down time. During that same level, I ended up killing an enemy out of midair, and it actually gave me a trophy.
Dead in the air. Kill 3 Slaggers using blank while they're in the air. Hey!
And then immediately after that, I ended up getting my first storyline trophy.
Running out of breath.
Save the residents from the Sector 5 of Sector 5. Shortly after this, I ended up finding out I have my own skin.
I got a skin. Let's go. Hey, I got a skin, bro.
Our next objective in the story is to make our way up the tower to kill the Keymaster. For those of you who don't know what the Keymaster is, he's kind of like the main villain who controls this tower. But the higher you go up the tower, the harder the enemies get. For example, the enemies on this level have a shield in front of them, so I can only kill them by hitting them in the back.
Hey yo, what the?
Also, stuff just like the overall movement just gets more complicated. I then made my way to the next hologram, and I actually unlocked the best ability in the game. The ability is called Tempest, and throughout the entire game, I had a perk on where every 2 kills I got with it, it would completely reset the ability. Later on, I also found out you can use Tempest to reflect bullets, and once I did it, it actually gave me a trophy.
Home runner. Kill an enemy with a projectile reflected by Tempest.
Shortly after that, we ended up getting into our first boss fight, and it was really annoying to say the least. After beating the game, I can still confirm this was the hardest boss in the entire game. I'm not even kidding, I died a lot and I raged a lot on this one boss. I slowly started getting the rhythm down for this boss. Until I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The only good thing I can say about this boss is the fact it gave me checkpoints. Speaking of checkpoints, this boss had a total of 3 stages, and for the second stage, I had to run up the walls, and this was just horrible. It was literally just a repeat of me dying 100 times again. Anyways, once I beat the boss, I ended up getting a trophy for decommissioning Tom.
Boom!
Uh-oh.
Out of order.
Decommissioned Tom. Next, we ended up making our way into the city. The reason we were in the city is because there was an enemy we had to kill to download some data. And I'm gonna be honest, the city looked the best out of every level in the entire game. Seriously though, I can't get over how good this level looks. Anyways, I was just minding my own business playing the story, and I ended up getting a trophy for killing 74 enemies while jumping off the wall. Wall runner? Kill 74 enemies right after jumping off the wall. Oh, okay.
And then I ended up getting introduced to the most annoying guys ever.
It ended up being these little ninjas, and the only way you can kill them is by perfectly blocking their attacks. That might not sound too bad, but later on they end up throwing like 500 of them at you at once.
Okay, I might have over-exaggerated a little bit, but you know what I mean.
Shortly after that, I went back to the story and ended up getting a trophy for reflecting 30 bullets with my sword.
Kill 30 enemies with projectiles reflected using your sword.
Anyways, towards the end of the level, we ended up jumping on a train to chase the character. The first fight I ended up getting into on this train actually gave me a trophy for killing 3 people with Tempest.
Hey, unstoppable force. Kill 3 enemies using a single use of Tempest.
Later on that same train level, we ended up getting thrown into our second boss fight of the game against Hell. She has a bunch of important data that our character needs, so we had to defeat her. This boss actually wasn't too bad. I ended up doing it on my second attempt. One thing that was really annoying about it though is the boss had 0 checkpoints. This boss might have been super hard, but you wanna know what isn't? Checking to see if you're subscribed to the channel. Anyways, after I defeated the boss, I ended up getting my next trophy. Back to Hell. Defeat Hell. Shortly after that, I ended up getting 2 more trophies. One for blocking 5 bullets in a row with my sword.
I call it luck. Block
5 projectiles in a row using your sword. Nice. And the other one was for killing 10 enemies within 10 seconds. Oh, sword runner. Kill 5 enemies in 10 seconds using your sword.
I only got that second trophy because I died like 20 times in a row.
After that, we ended up leaving the city and we ended up making our way into the lab. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember at all what we needed to get from here. Shortly after that, we ended up going to another hologram world to get our last ability. I'm gonna be honest, this ability wasn't really anything special, it was just mind control. You might think that's good, but no, it's trash. And then shortly after leaving the hologram, I got yet another trophy for finishing all the abilities. Perfection. Unlock your full potential. Let's go. Immediately after leaving the hologram, I ended up getting a trophy for killing 1,000 enemies. And then I was just using my brain ability and I ended up getting a trophy for killing 5 people with it. Control freak. Force enemies to kill 4 of their allies using overload. Next, I ended up making my way into this room where there was like 500 suicide bombers. I ended up running into this shuriken ability and I killed them all and it gave me a trophy for killing 10 in a row. Oh, upgrades not mandatory. Kill 10 enemies in a row without using the sensory boost. Then I ended up killing 3 people with the surge ability, giving me another trophy. Oh, another trophy. Wave up manipulation. Kill 3 enemies with a single use of surge. Then I ended up getting a trophy for using 2 abilities within 10 seconds or something like that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to notice this game has a lot of random trophies. Shortly after that, we ended up making our way into the final boss fight of the entire game. To start off this boss fight, it wasn't too bad. All we had to do was just dodge a couple of basic attacks. And then after she would attack me like 4 times, we had to line up one of her hits so she would smack the generator. Once she would smack the generator, I'd be able to do damage. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like this boss had the same like attack patterns of something like a Nintendo game or some crap. You know what I mean though? Like they would attack 3 times, I would dodge it each time, then I'd just smack them and do damage.
That's what I'm saying.
After I defeated the boss, I got a trophy for defeating the Keymaster. Artificial selection. Defeat the Keymaster. After we defeated the Keymaster, we ended up finding out we got betrayed by the guy who was the quote-unquote voice in our head. After we defeated the boss, we ended up getting sent to another hologram to do some obstacle course. It wasn't too bad, except this part with all the red balls took me like 30 minutes to do because I died 100 times. Once I got to the end of the obstacle course, I ended up getting a trophy for fully completing the game. Finish line. Complete your climb up the tower. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Kill him, oh he's gonna fall. Okay, now that we complete the game, there's just a few things we need to get done, like collectibles and overall just trophies that I didn't get. The first trophy I ended up going for after beating the game was the can't run, can't hide achievement. Can't run, can't hide. Kill 5 enemies with their special abilities while they are protected by a beacon shield. Nice! And then I was just messing around with the skill tree and I ended up getting a trophy for maxing it out. Push it to the limit. Fill up the GRSCP so there are no empty slots left. Oh, I mean, I didn't even fill it up, but... And then after that, I just decided to run through all the collectibles and get those done with. The first set of collectibles I ended up finishing was the swords. Then I ended up getting a trophy for all the audio logs, and then I can't remember the last one. One man's trash. Collect all story items. I didn't really have too much footage for this, but I ended up getting a trophy for blocking 5 hits in a row against the wardens. Yeah, I wasn't recording, but I just got the trophy. Noodle. I just got the trophy running wild. Use dash, wall run, slide, gap hammer within 1 second. Next one's arguably one of the worst trophies of the entire game. More than human. Kill 23 enemies in a row without dying. Finally, bro, this took me an hour. Next, somehow this gave me a trophy. Then my last trophy before getting the platinum was pretty much the sniping someone. Kill a splitter before it managed to split itself. GR project complete. Obtain all other trophies. Let's go, bro. Finally, I was able to do it. Well, that's GhostRunner complete. And as usual, you know what I gotta do? I gotta uninstall the game. Like, let's be honest now. GhostRunner complete. Easy. Well, that's gonna be all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.